Today, the people were murdered. Martin North, John Adams, in the interest of the people. Hello, John.
Hi, mate.
So it's the 3rd of December.
Today is the 165th anniversary of the Eureka Stockade, and you know the audience can see that we have the Eureka flag behind me. I thought it is actually important today to talk about the Eureka Stockade, why it's actually important from a historical perspective, because a lot happened in 1854 in Victoria, and a lot flowed from that a lot of Australians don't really understand. Now, the important thing to note about Eureka was that these miners were not employees, they were not a union, these were effectively small business entrepreneurs. If you look at the ownership structures, they were small business entrepreneurs basically wanting to, have economic freedom to basically, get rich and to live the life that they wish to live. So, it's the sort of aspirational class. So the only time where there has been an attempt to take on the government using physical force in terms of arms was actually in 1854. And they basically were slaughtered in 20 minutes. So when people say to me, the government would never attempt bail-in, the government would never attempt to take our rights because we will fight back. Well, the only time when we seriously did fight back, we got slaughtered. Now, some positive things happened from that, but one of the things I think Australians are, I think they're too complacent today, because once you get into the detail of negative interest rates, of quantitative easing, I mean these are dangerous things that the so-called elites have no idea what they're doing, and they have no solution to resolve some of the pressing economic problems that we have in this country. And I think the country is headed in the wrong direction, both in terms of the economy, but also when the governments get desperate, they start to use more extreme measures, and I think the cash ban is one of those examples.
Yeah, and I think it's worth underscoring, isn't it, that freedoms are hard earned. People died for the freedoms that we have to be able to vote and to do the things that we take for granted. But little by little, those can be easily eroded unless we're very alert and unless we actually stand up and essentially highlight what's happening. And that's, I guess, what the cash ban is about and some of the other things. And I think the flag is actually a very good symbol and a reminder that we need to value the freedoms we have and just don't let them get taken away.
If we are successful in 2020 in stopping this cash ban, not only will we have protected our freedoms in this country, I think just like with what happened in 1854 when they sent a strong signal around the world, we will have sent a strong signal to people in Europe, but also to other countries as well, to say that there is a limit, there is a red line in which government cannot cross. And I think, again, just like we were an inspiration in the 19th century, 2020 could be the year where Australia inspires the world again.
Yeah, and just to say again, I think that this channel is all about helping people to understand what some of those real issues are, so that effectively people in Canberra don't just snick things through without actually full disclosure and full transparency.
Exactly. So that's why we called it In the Interest of the People. And obviously when people looked at the clip earlier, they took an oath to swear by each other so that the people would be united against tyrannical government. And that's what the struggle is today.
Yeah, John, I appreciate that your time today. And in the interest of the people, we'll keep speaking these issues.